Hey guys, it's a rainy day. It's kind of gross outside, which means that it's a perfect time to show you where we've gotten with the construction on our studio. Here's a quick look at the progress over the first 3 days. Day number 1, we needed to build the actual floor joists, the framing for the whole building to sit on. These pieces are easy to spot. They're actually red, which makes them stand out completely from all the other pieces in the pile. So we began compiling all those and putting them all together. Super simple, super fast. Everything was going easy. We were having a blast, and then boom, something devastating happened. We realized we're missing 2 pieces of the floor joist. Missing 2 floor joists. They included 9 of these pieces, and we had to go buy 2 of these. I immediately called Allwood and just explained what was happening. They were incredibly apologetic and as always, incredibly kind. They told me right off the bat to go to the hardware store and purchase some new 2x4s, because that's all it was. Thank goodness, that's all it was. But I'm not totally sure how they go about handling this. Like, I was just in that moment, I knew I needed to go buy some new flooring, and I did, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get reimbursed for that. Not sure if I even need to get reimbursed for that. It's a 2x4. But still, you want all the pieces to be there, right? Okay, once we solved the whole debacle with the floor joist, we bought the new one, we moved on to insulating. And insulating is a very big factor for me. When you compare what I bought, this studio, when you compare that to a house, there's a big difference in the walls, specifically the wall studs. In a house, you have 4-inch studs. They're usually 2x4s. And that gives you 3 3/4 inch space to fill with insulation. On this building, there's only 2-inch studs, which gives you about 1 3/4 inch space to fill with insulation. So you have to be a lot more efficient. Something that I've learned a lot about since starting this project is something called R value, which is basically the efficiency of insulation. You could have a really thin piece of foam or a really thick piece of foam, and the thin piece have a higher R value than the thick piece. The thin piece that has a high R value, you can pack a lot more of those in there and have an extremely high R value, but it does cost you a lot more. So my dilemma though was when I went to the hardware store to buy the thin, really efficient, high R value pieces, they were sold out. So what you're seeing here is me putting in thick, lower R value pieces, but I'm doubling them up instead. With you, it's probably overkill, but I just didn't want to be underkill. Is that how you could say that? Okay guys, we are like halfway through, like 3/4 of the way through day 1, and we have all of the flooring joists put in, and then we also added 2 layers of insulation. Today I have my brother-in-law, his name is Topher, he's back here. He's an actual woodworker, so that has been insanely convenient to have. Quick interjection, subfloor and insulation, that stuff is not included in the kit. It comes with a floor. You don't have to have a subfloor if you're not insulating. We spent the last couple of hours of that first day of construction putting in the subfloor. It was a pretty quick process. Officially done for the day. We have all of the subflooring on and the insulation underneath. The flooring joists are up. Yesterday, which was day number 2 of construction, was a little bit of a bust. We had a lot of rain come in the afternoon, so we were only able to work a couple of hours in the morning. And honestly, a bulk of that was just organizing these planks of wood over here. So then we just finished the subflooring, we finished all the insulation underneath that. Now we're putting in the actual flooring, and it's just, when all of that's heaped together, it takes forever to organize. So it took us almost 3 hours to get all of that put together. I get to work with my other brother-in-law. His name is Bo Butler. He is a handyman. Day number 3, we got started early and we put in that floor. The flooring took a long time. I think that's just a general theme, is like something that sounds so simple, like you have all the planks ready to go. You would think you just kind of zoom through it, but it still took half a day to put in the floor. There are 2 quick things I'll say about the floor. Number 1, it's stunning. it looks way cooler than I even thought it would. Like the color of the wood, which I know will probably end up staining or something anyways, but it's just a really, really pretty looking wood. And it just all fit together so perfectly. It was very gratifying. Second thing I'll say about it is you should definitely put down a tarp. We did not do that, and within 20 minutes, the floor looked disgusting because our muddy shoes were all over it. Later that day, the most fun / terrifying thing happened. We got to put up those walls. It was so cool seeing these walls go up. So they're these big panels, pre-built panels, and you set them up, and then you have another piece that comes alongside of it, and then you have this one tongue and groove board that connects the two in the back. It took us a little bit to figure that out, but once we did, it was a brilliant system, and I was very impressed with how they had us do it. The terrifying part is that we ran out of light really quickly, and my brother-in-law had to leave, so it was just me at this point. And so I'm just trying to get these things up as fast as I possibly can, because they're literal kites. Like, if you leave them up overnight and there's any wind, it's gonna snap them off. And that was such a terrifying feeling. So just a fair warning, start this part of the project with plenty of light so that you know you can finish doing the whole horseshoe. It is so much bigger than I even thought. Like, the walls are incredibly tall, and plus ours is up on a hill. It just looks like a castle up there, and I'm pretty proud. I'm honestly pretty proud. And I just thought the engineering behind making those walls was really cool. And so although it started off day number 1 with those missing floor joists, I just had a really sick feeling in my stomach about this whole thing. But by the end of day number 3, I'm sort of feeling a little more optimistic about it. Like, the vision is there, seeing how beautiful the wood is and how well things are coming together at this point. It's really giving me a different taste in my mouth. All right, that's it for my update so far. Stay tuned for even more progress next week. I guess it'll be next week before I release another one. I'm having so much fun building this and documenting it for you. And I've really enjoyed the feedback that I've been getting. It's really great to hear from all of you. So thank you for watching. I will see you next Tuesday.